Have we got ourselves put together or what? Finally got the camera on. Here we go. Coming down to earth. And not my will, but steel will shall be done. There we go. Steel will knives. How crazy is this getting? It's getting really good. I like these little suckers. When I first saw these Cutjack knives, Cutjack knife, by the way. These are the 3-inch blades, by the way. D2 steel, made in China. Don't have bearings. Yes, I got bushings. And a black G10 backspacer. No matter what color you get, black is coming your way for the backspacer. Unless you get the black. I've got the black one on order. Let me tell you. Wait, hold it, right? The black one will have a what black spacer? You think it'll have a black backspacer? I'll bet you it don't. But I don't know for sure, so I shouldn't bet anything. But you just wait. I bet you it'll probably be blue or something, right? If it does, I'm going to have the only Chinese-made 3-inch Cutjack where I'm going to swap this out. I'm going to have black on black and blue on blue. If it comes that way, don't know. If it's just black, then well, we're all done. We're all done. So these are the 3-inch models. Okay, you got tan, you got the OD, and you got the blue. So you got the green, tan, and blue. Just thought I'd throw them up here just for jollies, just for some eye candy enjoyment. Isn't this crazy? This is how I get my jollies. It's sad. It's a very, very sad life, isn't it? When this is it, right? But I'll tell you what, I don't know. I mean, you know, there's dressy and beautiful knives and high-end and cool and whatever, but there's something about these that are just, I really like. They really make a lot of sense. These things are selling on Blade HQ for like 38 bucks a piece. Okay, so I mean, you know, that's money that you spend for, I don't know. Have I got a knife around here? Maybe something like this, you know, from CRKT. Nah, this would be more. This would be like 45 to 50 maybe. Okay, this is the compact one. So, you know, actually this one has bearings and a lot more machine work on it. But in any case, shouldn't have insulted them. Yeah. But these the ergos are really good. These are so lightweight, so carryable. You know, it's really strange. My wife, I mean, I showed her a knife and she's like, oh, so that's a lot like the Spyderco. And I'm going, yeah, well, yeah, I guess you're right. FRN handles, right? Fiberglass reinforced nylon and D2 steel blade, which they don't have, but I mean, you know, it might be VG10 or something. And so, yeah, I mean, they're lightweight, you know, they're light, they're easy, they feel good in the hand, they're great, you know, user knives. Only these are half the price, right? Those would be, you know, an Enduro would be like 60 bucks, 55, 60. These are 38, so and not quite half the price, but much less expensive. 3-inch blade though, these are not 3.5s. So, but they're great to carry. They just slide right in your pocket. They're so stealth and light. Let's get the scales in here real quick. Let's just do this and get this part out of the way. 3 ounces. 3 ounces. Okay, so you got 85 grams. That's very light. Very light. Feel good in the hand. You do have a backspacer. Okay? And check inside. I mean, the liner is not such that it's visible here, okay? It's visible like that, and it's skeletonized on the top and the bottom. Okay, it's a liner lock knife. Good lock up there. Let's check the next one. Yeah, right there in the middle, and so they ain't gonna pussyfoot around. This is a little lighter lockup, not quite as heavy. You know, and since they are on bronze washers, and let me show you, I took the, let me think. I took the Modus, which is made in China, FRN, same deal, right? Apart. And I figured that's probably just about the same as these little ones here. Bronze washers, there you go, skeletonized scales. Skeletonized a little bit on here too. See what I'm saying? There's your backspacer. Well, that is actually an anodized aluminum one on the Modus, but we'll talk about that another time. And, you know, there we go. So there's your little detamp ball, liner lock, obviously. No muss, no fuss. And there's your blade stop, which rolls around in this little area here. All right. So, what are these like? Well, where's the blade stop? Well, so they're done a lot like that. Internal. And, you know, they just feel different. If you have one of the Italian-made Cutjacks, which they come in a 3-inch, or this is a 3.5, okay? But this is, I mean, blue backspacer, how'd that happen? Swapped it out with the black one. And I don't have a black one, but my buddy Steve in Iowa does. And so he wanted all black. I was cool with all blue. A little bit different hue, but that's okay. So we swapped backspacers. In any case, you can tell the difference when you have bearings. This, I know these are expensive. These are $140 some. I know that's crazy. They're M390 as well. When I heard that, I'm going, okay, you got me. You got me. Love the design. Come on, wipe it down. God. In any case, you got me. But this is like, this is the knife I got to have for sure in my permanent collection. It's just so nice. It's made in Italy. Wow. Just love the design though. Just incredible. But the action on this thing is incredible as well. The bearings. But even without bearings, and you have more of a contact patch here. And you're feeling it with that bronze washer. You're feeling more of a contact patch. And the detent's probably not quite as strong either here. So, but, I mean, if you just flip them the way you should, they flip right open. They snap open. See what I'm saying? You got jimping on the top. Like I said, backspacer with jimping here. The FRN scales are real grabby. They've got good texture here. Pocket clip for tip up carry. 3 screws holding it in place. It's like mighty good. And you can go left hand as well. Got an integrated lanyard hole in the backspacer. So, I mean, they're really set up utilitarian-wise, don't you think? The blade, the look of it. You know, you got plenty of belly for slicing. Really a good slicer. I ought to know. One of these suckers met a lime I think I had on the patio. I think it was this one. And they slice right through. Really nice and clean. Just excellent. So they're sharp. D2. You know, very light, easy to carry, throw in your pocket. But you still have good blade. You have enough of a knife here. You do. Oh, let's throw out something that'll make it look smaller, though. Yeah, there's a Mannix. Not the XL Mannix, but the regular Mannix, which is, this is an 8-inch deal. Where's Bertha? Come out of here, yeller. Okay, so, 3-inch blade. Yeah, 7 inches overall. So, you know, the Mannix is 8 inches overall. It's an inch shorter. And it's a few tenths shorter blade. See what I'm saying? So a lot of that's really made up, a little bit in the blade, a little bit in the handle, overall an inch difference. You know, both are pretty dang light. This is 2.8 ounces. So pretty close to the same weight as well. Easy to disengage these liners. You've got some traction on here, some jimping, and really it's just easy to push away. There's just nothing about this knife that's difficult. It's so intuitive. It's intuitive in the hand. It fits really good, even though this is not a big knife. Yeah, really, but see, you kind of got this like hanger-on over here for your hanger-on over here. And you move forward, well, you got plenty of room then on the bench for everybody. I mean, you move forward and you got this really nice choil. Intelligent thought pattern about having a choil. You don't need the cutting surface to go all the way back here. No, you don't. You got plenty of cutting surface out here. You can pierce with this. You can cut with this. Can you cut with this? I don't know with this. Let's try it with this. Okay, so yes, that should be the dullest of them. I cut a lime with it. I'm sure that tore it up good. You know, I mean, it's like, good Lord, it's D2 steel. Very sharp, right out of the box. And good Lord, they come in colors and they're 38 bucks. I mean, what more do you want? I know I don't. I've got some more coming in. I've got some people that want some of these. And I put them on my Instagram and they're like, oh, yeah, I want one. And guess what color they chose? Black? Nope. Green? Nope. Come on, you only get a 50-50 now. You got to get it narrowed down. What color's the background? Yeah, blue. Every one of them. Not a one of them is one to tan or an OD. Isn't that weird? Because you know what? I think the tan's pretty cool. Actually, I think the OD's pretty cool. So, they're just so sensible. You know, you take your Torx, you take them apart, not a big deal. I would probably not take them apart if I didn't need to. They're centered up. They flip okay. They don't flip like bearings, okay? They just don't flip like bearings. And as they progress, and maybe you could even put a little touch of light oil or something on them too. But I think just over time, they're going to be smoother. The detent's not really... Oh man, well, it's a light knife. Now, okay, never mind. So much for that. But, you know, almost makes you feel like you ought to be able to gravity flip them. If you're not under a camera and you got a little bit more room to throw it hard, you could, but no. And I think the detent varies a little bit between these knives. So that's always something that there's going to be some diversity out there. And you know how we have to celebrate diversity. Oh my God. In any case, so they do feel a little bit different. So you're going to have that, but not so much that it's annoying. But my thought here was, see these screws that go in through here? I'm just waiting for one of these to auger out the threads in the backspacer or something, because you know, you're not threading into steel. And you know what? I can't remember if those backspacers were metal all the way through. Well, if they're like this, then they do screw into a center piece that goes through. So yeah, maybe you're okay. I just didn't take one of these apart, but if it's like the Modus, then I guess you're okay. You've got a threaded tube in through here that you're screwing in from both sides. So the problem is, have two Torxes, because what happened to me on the Modus was that I was going to unscrew this and the whole tube was turning. So I had to stabilize this one with another Torx to break this screw so it would come out. So, I mean, that may be one of your issues there. Not a big deal. Where there's a will, there's a way, and it's not a huge situation. It's all right. Front looks like the back because you got a liner lock. The good thing about a liner lock is you're not interfering with that lock bar when you're holding it, when you're using it. Also, it presents well from the back because you don't have cutaways and weird things going on. I mean, there's nothing wrong with liner locks. I like them really well. I think they make a lot of sense. I think they make maybe more sense than a frame lock, to tell you the truth. But especially in these knives, really good. They're sharp, they're light, they're nice. They're in colors. I've got a black one coming. Should I have waited? Nah, you can figure out what a black's going to look like. But, you know, I don't have the 3.5 in these yet, but they're coming. And they're going to be an OD and a black. And I can't remember if they're going to come in a blue or a tan. You'd have to check the Steel Will site, and you can do that. They have a site, and I'll throw some up here real quick. See, I mean, Steel Will has their own site. You can click on it. This is the Modus. Actually, this is the Modus I'm waiting really for, because this has got a orange, looks like aluminum, anodized orange backspacer, made in Italy. It's going to be carbon fiber. Wow, that's going to be cool. That's going to be one of those bucket knives I'm going to have in my permanent collection. I'm sure it'll cost 150 bucks or more. Probably 175, I imagine. In any case, but you know, I don't know why I'm so taken by these. They just feel good in the hand. They're really intuitive. They're real easy to grab. They're light. They're really carryable, especially if you're wearing real light weather gear and you don't want some 6 or 7 ounce heavy old titanium knife wobbling around in your pocket. You just want something to slide in there that you can go with. Wow. Great slicers, nice and sharp, and they come in a box. What kind of a box? This kind of a box. So, that kind of thing. You get a little bit of paperwork, and it come in a little bubble pouch inside this box. And the box has got the model number on it and what color it is and all that kind of thing, right? And then, yeah, you get this kind of stuff. And this. Like that. I don't know what the point of that was, but it's there. Oh, well, it could be because you got to open it up. Urban series. Yeah, so even if your country urban is now cool officially, it really is. God, I like these. Just, I don't know. I mean, they're just really good. And I think they've really gone the extra. I really do. It's just weird how these Chinese companies like Steel, well, I mean, this is not a Chinese company, I'm sorry. How these Chinese made knives are stepping it up. And yeah, I can't throw Steel Will in with like Best Tech and Real Steel, because Steel Will is a US company that makes them in China or US or Italy. So that's more like a normal American company, because, you know, American companies outsource knives to China and Italy and other places as well. But I mean, I kind of do throw these in with the Real Steel, and the Best Tech and the rake knives and stuff, because I'm seeing them in the same kind of light. Very competitive with kind of your standard lines of CRKT and Kershaw and that kind of thing. Really taking off, really storming the market. I think they're going to be wildly popular, especially as a great carry beater knife. You don't have to worry about it. It's not going to scratch up and look crappy, and it's just going to be so nice to be able to pick up and go and carry. And when the 3.5 ones come in, I think that's going to be a whole nother trip of having a good time. Thank you so much for joining me. Sorry I took so long. Follow us on Instagram. I'll give you the link to my Instagram. It's in the description section. Also, I'll put a link to the Steel Will site. And if I think Blade HQ's got these up, so I could put a link to these, but you can find Blade HQ and Knife Center and those guys. They'll be carrying these. And I'll be ordering some too. I got some guys that want some, so I'm getting some for them as well. And so if there's something you can't find, hey, give me a buzz. Maybe I can help you. I think we cross paths anyhow with the same distributors and stuff. In any case, thank you for joining me. It's been fun. You know what we do on this channel. We love them knives, so stay tuned.